Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. If you're starting to feel like you deserve more or you want better for yourself, it's actually a sign that you're awakening and realizing your real potential. And it's important to know that because sometimes I receive messages where people are wondering, is it aligned with my spiritual awakening that I desire more income, that I desire more love in my life? And it's nothing wrong with that. It just means that your awareness is expanding and suddenly you are starting to realize that you deserve more. You deserve more. You deserve a life of abundance. You deserve a life of fulfillment. And you can make it happen. So this is where your mind starts wondering that you should step out of your limitations. Sometimes we think that the only source of income is our job, and we all know that we can expand the sources of income. We can expand the way we express ourselves. We can expand our gifts and talents, and we can make many different things which can start, for example, providing us income. Same is with love, with relationships, with hobbies, with having fun in life. We can always expand ourselves, because that's actually a force of life, is always expanding. Because if we look into nature, it is always expanding. And same should we. The thing is that when we stop expanding, when we settle for something and we stop growing, we actually start falling. Our focus starts decreasing, our sense of joy and fulfillment start decreasing, and suddenly we feel small creatures. So my friends, if you feel like you deserve more or you want better for yourself, it's a sign of awakening and realizing your greater potentials. You may realize that there's something within you which is kind of calling you to tap deeper into it. Maybe you're an artist, but you're not doing anything about it. Maybe you're a great scientist or a great doctor, or maybe a great poet or a great writer, but you're not doing anything about it, and now your potentials are calling you, because this is the time to expand yourself in those different aspects of your life. Maybe some synchronicity started happening, like some things started appearing over and over again, about those precise things which are calling your attention. Look at that. For example, sometimes certain workshops start appearing to us, or certain teachers, certain people start popping up, and we start seeing same things all over the place. And we may start wondering why we feel so attracted towards those things. And if we truly pay more attention to that inner guidance, we may recognize that there is something truly connected with that certain thing that I was dreaming about when I was a kid, or when I was younger. I was dreaming about being an artist. I was dreaming about making living, singing songs or dancing or whatever, gardening. It's actually a sign that you can no longer just settle for less and avoid what's possible for you. Have you ever wondered, like, what else is possible for you? I know I did. When I was at my last job, it was 4 years ago or 3 years ago, I was at my dream job. I was dreaming about having that job, and it happened. I got that job and I was working there for 2 years. But I was never, like, there was a a period of time where I felt a sense of fulfillment, especially at the beginning when my dream came true and I was really happy about it. But as I was growing, I've started noticing that it's not truly how I've expected it to be. Like, I got my dream job. The salary, the payment income, it was okay, everything. Like, I had many great friends there as co-workers. We were like a beautiful group of same-minded people at that time, or at least we had similar interests. And on the outside, everything seemed like it's okay, it's all good, I'm happy, but I was not fulfilled. So I've started wondering what else is possible for me. And that was the time where I said, well, I need to find it out. That inner calling, or however we want to call it, and a sense of attraction towards unknown was so strong that I've decided at some point that I need to quit my job and I need to find out what is calling me. What is that unknown place, unknown potential that I feel so attracted towards it? And soon after I quit my job, I started drawing, and as a little kid I was drawing all the time. And that's where I started drawing again. But at that time I was reading a lot about psychology, about quantum physics, about spirituality. I was growing in those areas, and I found out that drawing for me is a great way of expressing my understanding, my way of sensing life. And when me and Maya went to travel at that time to find ourselves, it's a whole story that I've shared with you before, but to shortly explain, when we went to travel at that time, our mission was that we will be traveling as long as we'll find what is truly fulfilling us. And when we started traveling, I was going deeper into drawing, deeper into expressing myself, and so many synchronicities started happening on that traveling. And all the synchronicities were guiding me into painting, into art, into creative expression of myself. I was meeting great, truly huge artists, completely unintentionally. Like, one day we've been sitting in a bar drinking coffee, and beside us was an older guy, and who started talking with us about different things. And then he explained that he's an artist whom people wanted to buy artwork from him for multi-million dollars. And he was a simple guy, easygoing guy, but his art is still truly incredible. And all those kind of synchronicities were guiding me to what I'm doing now. But it all started happening because I was listening that inner calling towards the unknown. And it was a scary process. It was a painful process as well, especially when we went broke and there's always something we need to buy. We need to pay bills, we need to buy food, we needed to buy gas so we could move by car. We've been sleeping in a car for few weeks. We didn't know what to do with ourselves, and many scary things went through our heads, but we make it through, and we are now where we are. So I think every time when we decide to do something unknown, life will test us if we are really willing and ready to do it. And if we will go through those tests and we will trust the process, on the other side there's always something truly beautiful, something bigger than you can imagine. There's always something that you can't even believe that it's possible right now. So the greatest thing we can truly do in our lives is to always take time in a day and ask ourselves where or in what kind of directions today we feel called to go. Because sometimes those can be simple things, like maybe it can happen that you have a lot of work to do in your office, but your body is calling you to go outside for 5 to 10 minutes for a short walk, but often we are ignoring that voice because the work is more important than our well-being. But if we go outside for a walk, we may realize something so important that can completely change our lives. So it's always a chain reaction. Every time when we start listening our hearts, there will always be a chain reaction which will be leading us to new synchronicities and new synchronicities. And that's what we call serendipity starts happening. And suddenly it feels like we've stepped onto a lucky path. A lucky path which is bringing us more of those beautiful moments. And of course, sometimes we fall then off that beautiful path and we meet the hardest challenges. And we get to the rock bottom and we go through the dark night of the soul. For me, it was painful. It was really painful. But something within me said to me, just trust the process. Visualize your future. That will help you to elevate your emotional state. And that's what I was doing. Every time when I hit the rock bottom, I was visualizing where I want to be. And that's what helped me to elevate my emotional state. Every time I did it, manifestations came in the right time. Sometimes they didn't appear when I wanted, but they came to me just at the right time. So, my friends, never settle for less. If you're starting to feel like you deserve more, it's because you deserve more. And you're awakening to a greater realizations that within you are unborn potentials waiting you to express them. So trust the process. Because there's a beautiful quote actually. I read it some time ago, and it says like, action delayed is greatness betrayed. And I've printed it in my heart because when I feel guided to do something, I need to do it. I need to do it. And I want to encourage you to truly take time in a day and ask yourself in what kind of directions today or right now your heart is guiding you, or in what kind of directions you feel attracted to right now, which could improve and expand your life. So, my friends, this is it for today. Have a beautiful day. I'm sending you lots of love, blessings, and power. I hope you've enjoyed in today's painting, Infinite Potentials. I've shared this painting before with you, but it's beautifully connected with today's message. We have the infinity symbol in the middle. Then we have an atom, a structure of the atom, which is actually not how it is shown in the painting, because atom is like a tornado of energy. But it is a symbol of a potential, because in quantum physics, an atom can express in infinite different ways. So the whole reality is structured out of atoms. And if we train ourselves to see our lives as it's all just a dream, it means that we can call up a new dream into reality by visualizing it, by trusting the process, by following our heart's guidance, by trusting that inner feeling, that inner gentle voice, which is always guiding us to certain places, to certain things, to certain events, to certain people, to certain information, certain books. Sometimes it can be a song which just brings us what we need to hear in order to initiate what we need to initiate to fulfill our soul mission. So, my friends, till next time, one love.